This is the Irontrader. Now the futures open here on Sunday night here at 6 p.m. That was about 10 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only. Not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily and your weekly chart. Now the whole thing really was basically oil came off here Friday. Okay. Big brouhaha going on in the Middle East. Now, again, Iran, I guess they sent up over 300 plus drones and missiles, but 99% of that was intercepted. So it was kind of like a waste. That's why oil is kind of flat right now. But again, we have to see exactly what's happening. So we want to pay attention to the news very, very closely, not only just today, tomorrow, but really for the whole week and probably for the whole rest of the year here. Okay. So again, a lot of times this, conflict like this can create a lot of good opportunities here in the crude oil business for traders. Okay, let's just take a look here and see what we got. Now, here's what we had Friday. We had a big topping tail candle, but you notice that where did it go? Went right to this key price channel at 87.67. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. This 87.63 went just a little bit higher there by 4 cents. Okay, so very, very nice. So now we know exactly, when it runs up, where it's going to go. So I've been telling you about trading these boxes. Okay, and that's basically what we're doing. Then we had a little bit upper box, a little bit higher box. And now we're trading this level here. So you look at 87.67 on the top, and then we'll come over to the top of this candle, 84.49 on the bottom. See how nice that is right across? See, now we're just trading that upper box. Just like we had here, you had 83.12 on the top, and then we had this lower of 80.30. See, we're trading that nice box right there, okay? So now we got just a little bit higher. So if we trade this range, this is really a trader's dream, be honest with you, because you're just going back and forth here. Now, I'm still long. I had 5,000 shares of UCO. I sold out 3,000 on Friday. I'm still long 2,000 shares of UCO, but I look at it like this here. If there was a big conflict and oil was cruising up, then I had that 2,000 going forward. And I can always add to the position if you break above that 87.67. Or if it comes down, I can buy that extra 3,000 or maybe even 8,000 shares and then run it up. Okay, so that basically was like a little hedge ski. Okay, so there's still a little hedge in there. So, okay, let's just take a look here at the downside first. So what do we have here today? The low so far is 85.26. And Friday's low was 85.24. So we have a little bit higher low. So what we want to watch is that 85.24. If that's lost here, what we'll do is we'll come over to the bottom of this candle. That's 85.09. And then we have 84.84. And then we have this candle at 84.55, coming right off the top of there at 84.49. Now, again, if that's lost, then you have your nice 21-day sitting there at 83.84. And then we look to the top here, 83.21 and 83.12. Always look to the left of your chart. These blue lines here, these are price channels. So when that breaks out and comes all the way down and then breaks out again, you always want to look to the left of those candles there, because now that's going to create a nice support level. Okay, so we want to look at that. Now, we don't want to get too far ahead. Obviously, there's a 50-day and there's a 200-day right below us here. But you notice this 50-day, look how nice that is above the 200-day. Very, very bullish. 21 on up here. Now, your 8-day here is flattening out here, but it is starting to flatten out like right here too, because you have sideways action. Then it ran up here, flattened out, and then we went right on up here. So we got to see exactly where it's going to go. So on the downside, watch Friday's low, 85.24. 84.84, we come here, 84.55, coming off the top of that candle at 84.49. If that's lost, this is what we're looking for, is that 83.84 then, okay? So if we lose that box area, then that's the big target that we're going to be aiming for. Now, here on the upside, here's your resistant level. First is going to be this 8 SMA. 86.07, very, very key. Now, again, if we get above that, then what we'll do, we'll come to the top of this candle. You're looking at 86.38. On top of here, we have 86.63, and then we can start following the candles, 86.98, 87.10, and then this is what you're looking for, this 87.22. Okay, so that has been a really big support resistant levels here, because you had 87.22, 87.10 went into it. Okay, 86.98, and you couldn't get through that. Now again, if that explodes up here, well, then we have your 87.63, and your breakout is 87.67. Okay, but this is going to be, see, very, very good, strong resistance going on up here. But again, it's all based on right there, that 86.07. That's going to be key. That is going to be your 8 simple moving average. Now, again, if we can break above these candles and above that 87.67, which is, pretty much right there, it's just on the Fridays, last week's candle, then what we could do is, here's your target. Is going to be 87.83. We're here, 88.29, and then this is what you're looking for, is that 89.85. Let's call that the 90 level. Okay, above that, come right here. You have 91.23, 91.88. This is very, very key. That 92.43, and then you have your retest there of 95.03. Call that 95. So your big targets are right here. Basically 95 or 90, and then 95. Those are your two big levels here. And above that, you can go to 100 there very, very quickly. Now, last week, it wasn't really an inside day because you're up there by 3 cents over the top. So it was very, very close to an inside day, inside week, I say, for the previous candle. Now, so far, we have an inside. But again, the week hasn't even started yet. So, we're still good. Okay, RSI here looking very good. MACD, look at that, green above your red, looking very good. Now, the MACD, the green closed below this red, basically on this big ass red candle, but that doesn't mean that it can't do this right here and then come right back up again, okay? That's what you have to watch. Now, your RSI here, strength level, you're hanging right around that 70 mark, shows that there's a lot of good strength here, okay? So I wouldn't get any kind of a pullback. I'm looking for is a buying opportunity, okay? We get up in that 87.67 level, this area here, like I sold 5,000 shares right into that, okay? And then what I did is I bought at the end of the day here, I bought 5,000, and I ended the day and I sold another 3,000. I'm still holding the 2,000 of that UCO. But this was a good telling point because you got through there, but you didn't close above it. You could see where it just came right on off here, okay? Then when it comes down, it leaves that big topping tail candle, and then this is what we have. So then we just got to watch and see if we can hold this key level here, right there, that 84.49. If you can, that'd be a good buying opportunity. If you can, if not, right there, 83.82. Upside, just watch that 86.04. We can follow the candles, but your big target is going to be that 87.67 here. So remember, pay attention to the news. Very, very the strong news that's going to be going on here. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. And I highly doubt if it's going to be like just a weekend thing, okay? I think this is going to be continuous, so we always have to watch. And the thing about it is you have to watch out. Anything in that Straits of Hormuz, that's 20% of all the oil and all the energy that's rolling right through there. Anything happens to that, this will spike a hell of a lot more than $90 or $95. This will retest up there all the way to 130, very, very easy. The chart very much still in very intact. See, low, higher, low, higher, low. Very, very bullish chart. This can come all the way down to this 21 day. Still makes no difference. It can get down lower than that, and it's still a very, very bullish chart. Plus, we're going into seasonality here. Summer driving. You got the holidays coming up here. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and what one of my favorite is, bad for people, good for traders, is hurricane season till the end of September. Okay, so there's a lot of good disruption. That means a lot of disruption in crude oil, which means higher prices, or we can have a nice trading ranges. Look at all these nice trading ranges that we're going on here. Okay, so don't be afraid to take a shing. If it comes down lower here, take a buying opportunity. When it gets up high, you could short this right on down here very, very easily. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, natural gas, one of my favorites here. Now, let's just look here on the weekly, okay? First of all, I'm going to check on the weekly. Okay, so look at what we had here. You had a series of higher highs and higher lows all the way through here. Very nice, and we're holding that key 8 SMA now at 1.757. Looks like she wants to roll right on up. Watch this MACD. You get that green crossing above that red. That shows bullish momentum right there to the upside. So far today, well, the market's been open here, what, a whole 19 minutes. So we can't, give a lot to you here on the weekly, but we need to hold that 1.757 by by Friday. That's the key, is to make sure we're maintaining that, because once it gets below, look what happens here. With these red candles, it's just like a brick wall running right into it. So if we can stay above that, then we got a good shot at hitting this 2.17 up here. Very, very nice. And this 2.21 here on your simple moving average. But you got to be very patient with this, because natural gas, they don't call it the Widowmaker for nothing. Okay, here's what we have here. Now, I pointed out here we had a topping tail, red candle, 3 greens. Topping tail, red candle, 3 greens. Topping tail, red candle, okay, indecision candle here on Friday, just like we had the previous Friday. Now, okay, we're above this key 21 SMA, very, very key level, and we're stuck right between that 50-day. So what we're looking on the upside here first is we want to make sure that we can get above this 50-day at 1.78, and then we have that 8-day at 1.81. Okay, so just watch that 1.785 and watch that 1.81. Let me see here, I get it in there. Oh yeah, right there, 8 SMA, 1.81. That's what we're looking for here on the upside. If we can rally up above that, then we just follow the candles. Okay, 1.85 here. We look to this candle at 1.89. And then you have 1.92. Then your big retest up here is 1.943. Now you notice when these 3 candles went up here and then put a topping tail in it, they made a higher high. These 3 candles made a higher high. So if we can get this thing rolling here, just like we hit like last week, maybe we can take that 1.94. And this is what we're really looking for here, is this 2.0. Okay, that's basically when you look at the candle on the weekly, there it is. There's that 2.0. So that's what we're looking for on the upside. Let's just see how it all shakes out. But watch that key 50 SMA and watch this 8 SMA here. Very, very key. Now, we go on the downside. You have to watch this 1.765. Very, very crucial. And then right here, 1.75. Those are your support levels. And then if that goes any below that, then we look to Friday's low. 1.73. That is going to be your target. And then we come here, follow candles, 1.70. And then we have 1.68. There's your gap. And then look to the top of that candle, 1.58. Where am I at? Yeah, 1.67. Okay, so we got a small gap here, 1.68, 1.67 gap, and then fill. And then right here, 1.64 coming off the top of that candle right there, 1.64 coming right across, and that's lost 1.589. But let's just see if we can do 3 weeks in a row here on this cap pattern. Now, don't look at this first day, okay? Right now, natural gas is up pretty much hardly nothing, okay? But again, just watch that 50-day. Very, very crucial. And that 8 SMA right above that 1.81. If we can rally up here, then you're going to be your target, is big target besides these candles, is that 1.943. Above that, we can come right across here, and that's what we're looking for, is that 2.0. Okay, so RSI here looking good. MACD, the green is over of your red, showing good positive momentum. So actually, this chart here, I know it might not say, oh, geez, looking great, but look at what we have here. So you have a low, and then see this price channel. The blue lines here are your price channel, and then it made a higher high, and now we're making a higher high here. Okay, so if we can maintain that, then we can get up. Once we get out of this area here, then we can go there and rip up really nicely, because you got some targets where you have this 2.17. This here is that 2.168. So you're right there. That's there's your gap, and then we have that target all the way up here at 2.42. So, but we got to get out of this area. Eventually, it's going to come up to this gap. Okay, it always does. Okay, natural gas isn't going to sit down here for that long. Okay, so when you take a longer-term chart out, or a seasonality chart, this here is the time that where natural gas should be starting to move up here. Let's see if we can do the 3-day in a row deal again. Now, for on the long side, I use UNG. You can always also do a BOIL, BOIL. But I like UNG here for the long, and I use KOLD for the short, which is very, very now. KOLD just split here, so you're down to 70 level. You can buy a lot more shares here. Okay, so and I was trading like say 1,000 or 2,000. Now you can trade a little bit more shares, maybe even 2,500 or 3,000 shares, because the price is down lower versus when it was up in the 140, 160,000, 160 range. Okay, so now you can trade, range. But again, what you always want to do, let's just see if we can get 3 weeks in a row, go on situation. If you can, just watch that key level on the downside, 1.76, and this key 8 SMA, 1.75. very, very crucial there on the downside. But overall, the chart does look good because you have a series of higher lows. See, low, higher low, and so far higher low with the indecision candle there on Friday. Okay, I'll be back here tomorrow morning before 8 o'clock, and we will review crude oil here and natural gas and get you all set up there for the day. Okay, thanks for watching.